The gaming industry is constantly being attacked by people who claim to care about it. These people will do anything to get attention and to push a narrative, even if that's attacking the very people they expect to get views off of. And like you guys know, a few days ago, G4TV allowed Froskurinn to have a completely unhinged rant in an episode of X-Play, and they decided to promote it, thinking that it would get them clicks and get eyes on their mediocre content. Instead of just accepting the fact that people don't like her take and they're bleeding thousands of followers a day on their social media, they have doubled and tripled down, now locking their subreddit where people should be allowed to talk about the situation and voice their opinions. I have a bunch of things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or supporting the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this situation, but I thought that we could quickly recap with this Bounding into Comics article before we get into the subreddit and the social media situation. It says G4TV host Indiana Black claims viewers are unconsciously biased against her because she is not as bangable as the previous hosts. And in this rant, she went completely off the rails. She decided to basically say, I'm not here for your enjoyment. Just because you might not think I'm as bangable as the previous hosts doesn't mean I'm not as good as them. She decided to go off on the gaming industry and rant about sexism in gaming. She voiced her thoughts on a recent episode of X-Play during a segment titled The Airing of Gaming Grievances. Though she opened the segment with a minute-long discussion of her particular grievance against Rockstar's seemingly ambivalence to introducing new quality content to Red Dead Redemption 2's online mode, she soon revealed to viewers that she actually wanted to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online: sexism in gaming. Now, I have no problems that she wanted to have a discussion about this. I think that it's perfectly fine if people want to raise questions about the gaming industry, ways the gaming industry can be better. If she feels like there's a problem in the gaming industry, that's her opinion, but she should have provided facts, evidence, maybe polls, brought other people on the show to voice their concerns with the gaming industry and get multiple perspectives, but she didn't do that. She basically went into this and went completely off the rails, decided to rant about the gaming industry and attack the very people they expect to watch their content. In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, I can see you without a doubt there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts. It's not a compliment, it's dehumanizing, and it's weird. Women don't exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn, they didn't exist to be nice on the eyes for you. And this whole rant came across as very jealous and very angry that people simply like the previous hosts more. Now, I do not like Froskurinn, not because she's not attractive or anything like that. I don't like her because she has attacked the gaming industry many, many times, and I've talked about it in previous videos. That is why I personally do not like her, and I would not watch a show and support a show that she was on, and a lot of people feel the same way. This is a tweet from last year right around this same time. She said, "That said, we really need to talk about diversity in esports broadcasts because holy shit, that's a lot of white. Just blindingly white, as far as the eye can see white." And this is why I do not like Froskurinn and now G4, because G4 decided to hire people like this to push opinions in their content. And hilariously, after this rant, G4 has been facing massive backlash. They've been trending on social media and they have been losing thousands and thousands of followers every single day. I want to bring up some of their social blade just to show off some of the lost numbers, and then I want to talk about them locking down their subreddit. So let's head on over to Social Blade for G4TV. As you can see, they have right under 500,000 subscribers, almost 10 million video views, but over the past few days, ever since that rant released, they have lost thousands of subscribers. On this specific channel, they have lost 4,000 subscribers. There's no views for today, maybe just because Social Blade isn't registering them yet. Their views have been pretty standard. The day that she actually went on the rant, they did get a bunch more views, but their views have been pretty normal. Going to the X-Play channel, the channel that she actually made the rant on, now they don't have that many subscribers, 114,000, 17 uploads, so not terrible, but they lost 1,000 subscribers, of course, on the day that she went on the rant. And going to the official upload where she talks about the treatment of women in gaming, must watch, it has 2.7k likes to 23,000 dislikes. They are getting completely ratioed over this take, but I wanted to read just a couple of the comments. 16,000 comments have been left on this one single video. People are saying things like, this is the most pathetic projection of someone's insecurities that has ever been shared with other humans. This is the equivalent of someone screaming that they're the victim while punching you in the face. Well done. G4 truly and genuinely has doomed their return. I think that a major mistake that they made was actually hiring Froskurinn in the first place, because she is someone that year after year goes online and attacks the gaming industry over many different things, being too white, having too many men, sexism, bigotry, whatever the case may be. She's someone who does more harm to the industry than good, but they decided to hire her, and it's no surprise because Adam Sessler has also gone in a very toxic direction as well. But people are saying things like 18k dislikes with 2.4 likes, and now it's much higher. Someone said, I'm going to follow Frost's advice and not watch this ever. It's a shame to have learned about the return of G4 from this regrettable episode. I missed it and I wanted to come back, but this isn't what it was before. It's sad this is where we are. And a lot of people wanted to go to G4TV's subreddit to talk about this situation, to maybe air their opinions, but they decided to completely lock it down, which is ridiculous in my opinion, because you have a subreddit so that people can talk about G4's content, but no, they have decided to lock it down because they just can't take criticism. It says, restricted sub until further notice. Hey G4 community, it's been a long couple of days. It wouldn't have been a long couple of days if you had chosen carefully who you had on G4, who your hosts were. They knew that Frost had a history of attacking the gaming industry. They maybe should have looked into her background a little bit more. She makes comments like this pretty frequently. But it says, thank you to those who have continued to stay civil in discussion, but the type of communication from both sides is making it impossible for the overwhelming majority of people to have civil discussions. G4 is a place for people to come together to talk about all the things they love and are excited about, and we'd like to keep it that way. Hey, I don't really think that Froskurinn's rant was positive, was talking about things that she loved and were excited about, but I guess that's my opinion. It says, for the sake of everyone involved, we're going to be restricting posting and commenting on this sub until further notice. This means that anyone who desires to post on r/G4TV will have to request to post, of course. So now they have a strict system set up where you have to submit your post, they have to accept it, they can deny it, and of course they're only going to accept positive posts because they don't want any negativity on this Reddit now, because they can't take the criticism, they can't take the heat that their own host created. And to prove my point, why don't we look at just a couple of the comments that have been made on the subreddit that have been accepted. People were posting things like, new ATOS is the best thing on the internet. My favorite thing about G4 hasn't changed. Frosk stands against sexism is the best thing that could happen to this channel. They are only accepting positive threads on this Reddit at this point, and I think that that is absolutely terrible. This is a place where people should be able to debate about what she said, about everyone's opinions. People should be able to talk about it, but no, of course, they're only accepting positive threads at this point because they can't take the criticism. This whole rant, in my opinion, was pretty terrible. It was terribly done. It's like they, planned to do this rant, but they wanted it to sound natural. But it just didn't come across as well as it could have. I definitely think that they could have had a whole segment talking about the gaming industry and the problems the gaming industry has. And if they feel like sexism is a massive problem, that is their opinion. But they should have went into this providing evidence, maybe providing posts or polls, having multiple people on the show that could voice their, experiences with the industry. It just came across as very jealous, very angry. It came across pretty terribly, and honestly, I don't think that G4 is going to get over this. I think that people are going to continue to talk about this for a very long time, and I think that they've kind of doomed the future of G4. And of course, to no one's surprise, Froskurinn and Adam Sessler have gone on social media posting more about the situation, doubling and tripling down. She decided to go on Twitter and share 4 messages she had received via email about the situation. They're pretty rude, disgusting comments, but she actually decided to make a post about it because she knows she's getting a ton of backlash, and everyone wanted to see some evidence of the hateful messages that she was getting. These are new messages though, so these didn't happen before she made the rant, but they happened nonetheless. People are saying things like, tell her to get her ugly ass in the kitchen and make a sandwich. You're an SJW creature. I used to like you. Now I feel like you probably hate straight people like the rest of you fives. I'm not watching this shit anymore, just like you said. So of course, lots of people are very upset. They're sending her messages, and I do not support toxic messages like this being sent to people. But we all kind of wanted to see the messages she was talking about before she did the rant that she was ranting about, but of course she didn't share any screenshots of those. Seems pretty suspicious to me. And of course, Adam Sessler has made some comments on social media like, I work with my heroes and I just bore witness to one of the most amazing things I've ever been part of on live TV. A lot of people are saying, I've decided I'm not going to support G4 anymore, and I don't want to support you anymore, Adam. He also had retweeted her post with the emails, and he said, why are you so intolerant of me and my friends, Adam? And hey, these comments are really disgusting. They're really terrible. I 100% do not support them. But still, a lot of people wanted to see comments that she was actually referring to, not the ones that happened after her comments. People were responding with things like, okay, but where do me and my Republican friends get the copium you get? Who's your dealer? At the end of the day, I don't feel bad with not supporting Adam Sessler, Froskurinn, and G4 in general. In my opinion, they deserve to lose the subscribers that they're losing. You told people if you don't like the content, don't watch it, and that's exactly what people are doing at this point. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.